Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of That Average Joe. For this episode, I'm going to do something near and dear to me, which is tell you how you can fight back with tendonitis pain. I suffered for almost a year with severe tendonitis pain. It was terrible, but I'm going to save that story for the end, so be sure after I show you all the moves that you need to know, stick around and listen to my story because you might be in the same boat. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on whipping this tendonitis' butt. So the first thing I want you to do is hold out your hand and make a fist. You're actually going to bring it in to your chin, and as you rotate it to where your wrist is up. Each one of these I want you to do about 10 times. You should feel a stretch right here in your forearm and into your elbow. And your wrist might do some cracking and popping as well. When you reach the end, kind of give it that flex that you can feel. Think of those old kung fu movies where you see the guy flexing and he's just shaking from it. When you whip it around, give it that flex. And let's do it with the other hand. Okay, so the next one we're going to actually start with our hands out, just like a mummy. We're actually going to bring them in, like you're going to cut your own head off. And as you come, you're going to rotate and kind of flip them back, like you're going to karate chop them together. So you're going to come in and like that. So. I hear a lot of popping all over the top half of my body. Even though I do this quite often, never do it enough. So you might be just focusing here on your elbow, but everything is connected. So when I was fighting tendonitis, I ended up working everything from fingers all the way up to my shoulder. So one of the things that actually helps is getting a little bit of wrist mobility. And so we're going to do some wrist rolls. And really get forceful with it. You can actually get a little bit of an elbow workout just from doing your wrist. And this is something you can do at your desk whenever you have like extra time. Really, any of these exercises are. Although when somebody walks by and it looks like you're trying to chop your head off, they might ask some questions. And you can hear a lot of popping in there. I am really hard on my wrists at the gym, so I have to do this a lot. And just like I said, when you're really fighting tendonitis, you got to go all the way from tip to tip. So we're going to do some finger rolls here. You're going to roll your fingers 10 times each in one direction. Try not to move the other fingers as you're rolling the one. And then you're going to reverse them and do them the opposite direction. Easy right now. Let's see how that gets as you get in toward the pinky. You can already tell. But even as much as I do this, I'm still not great at it. I'm kind of cheating and not doing my full 10 reps on each one, as you might notice. But basically, I'm wanting to arm you so that you can do this anytime and hopefully do your own regimen where you're going to whip tendonitis' butt. So, one of the other stretches you can do, especially at your desk, put your hands out, palms up, take your other hand and stretch while your arm's fully extended. You should feel a pull in your forearm all the way into your elbow. Really give it a long tug and do it for about 10 seconds. Okay, let's deal with this one. One really needed it. And I have actually, when I had tendonitis so bad, I tried everything. And I actually got something that's really handy. It is a Dynaflex Pro Gyro Exerciser. So you know you're doing your forearm curls and stuff like this. This little puppy right here kind of forces you to do all of it. And I highly recommend, they normally come with a string to get these things going. I hated this thing until I got the extra little stand that is battery operated, where you actually get it going. Once you get it going, which even with the stand, it's not easy sometimes. You can kind of hear when it revs up. There we go. There we go. Now it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but this thing is fighting me. Tooth and nail. You can see how my whole arm is starting to tense up from keeping this. This keeps a pressure on your arm that is really good for tendonitis, for wrists, crazy little gadget, but let me tell you, it works, and it's not easy as it looks. So, the exercises alone will really help you. I mean, the gyroscope's an extra little gadget that really does help. One of the Flex, like rubber rods, is really good to battle tendonitis. But the big thing is just doing these exercises at your desk, something like that, when you get a chance, you're really gonna start fighting back. And if you're lucky, the tendonitis will start going away. So, if you're here for this video, you're probably already suffering. So I'm going to tell you my story. And my story is this. I suffered from severe tendonitis for almost a year. And when I say severe, it hurt constantly. Everything I done, a lot of mine was from using a mouse a lot at work and everything like that, and going to the gym doesn't help it. So after a while, it just absolutely hurt all day long. I went to an orthopedic physician, and he said, yeah, it's tendonitis, you need to do these exercises and everything and do this. And I'm like, I'm doing them. I mean, I'm one of those guys that as soon as I have a problem, I'm looking it up on the internet and seeing how I can fix it myself. So I've been doing all the exercises and everything. And he basically told me he wasn't going to give me pain pills, which really pissed me off. So I ended up going to another orthopedic doctor who basically gave me the same spiel. Over the course of like a couple of months, I ended up going to see an orthopedic surgeon. The orthopedic surgeon was telling me how they were going to take a tendon, run it underneath my bicep, and bring it up, and it should alleviate some of the pain. But first thing he said was, you're never going to be as strong as you were, and you're never going to have the mobility in your elbow that you once had. And I'm like, there has got to be some other way. So I spent about 3 months like mulling over this surgery. And I'm not a big surgery guy. I'm like, there's always like something that can be done to fix a lot of this stuff. I mean, yes, there's surgeries that are necessary, but you know, a lot of times, you know, we can fix things ourselves with changing our habits and everything like that. So I took a chance and I went to an osteopath. Now, an osteopath's kind of like a chiropractor, whereas chiropractor deals mainly with everything originates from the spine. The osteopath kind of looks at your entire body and the alignment and everything, and how your bones are connected, disconnected, you know, your gait, pretty much like a full body checkup. And I am so lucky I went to this lady before I went and had this surgery, because within like 2 minutes, she felt my arm and was like, your radius, which is the bone, one of the bones that goes up to the wrist, is detached from your elbow. She took this small pneumatic hammer, pop, and 2 days later, all the pain was gone. So, all I'm saying is, don't give up. Hopefully you're just here for some minor tendonitis pain, and these exercises will get rid of them. If you have pain that's been going on for a really long time, or pain you've just accepted as something you're going to have for the rest of your life, and you know you gym guys do it because I see you every day and I do the same thing, you can't just accept the pain. There can be ways to fix it. So don't give up. Keep looking for options. There might be something out there. So with that, my spiel is done. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really hope that you get some benefits from it. And I hope that you come back for future episodes. This month I'm doing a lot of health and wellness stuff. So It kind of goes all over the board on this channel, but hopefully you enjoy that. Anyways, give me a like, give me some comments and feedback, and most importantly, give me a subscribe. Didn't I earn it? Maybe not. Anyways, most importantly, join me for another episode of That Average Joe.